Hello friends, welcome to TechGrant. In our last video, you have seen we install Cloudera Manager installer. Okay, so now as we have installed the Cloudera Manager there, now we have to set up the cluster and add the services there. So let's just um, continue with the installation which was stuck in last video. And yeah, so now let's open the Cloudera Manager web URL 192.168.80 and .13. It might not open with that host name with the domain which was tg07.taggrun. So we can open it with this IP address and port. If I press enter, you will see that Cloudera Manager sign in page will open here. So let me click. We can use admin as the username and admin as the password. We'll remember it and sign in. So let's just wait to get it to login. So you can see we have logged in here. Welcome to Cloudera Manager 7.1.1, and we are not having license here, so we would not select this one. We will try Cloudera data platform for 60 days. Then let me just accept the license terms and conditions. Click on continue, and then we'll get this add cluster option installation. It is showing some warning about the TLS. Auto TLS is currently not enabled. This means the over the wire communication is insecure, and KDC is not currently configured because we are only using single host. So this means we cannot create Kerberos cluster. Kerberos clusters are required for Ranger 8 and services that depends on them. So here adding a cluster in Cloudera Manager consists of two steps. Add a set of hosts to form a cluster and install Cloudera Runtime and Cloudera Manager Agent software. And then select and configure the services to run on the cluster. So now we'll just click on continue and we'll give here cluster name, which we will give CDP 7.1.1. And this is a regular cluster. As you remember, we have discussed that we have two type of clusters, regular cluster and compute cluster. In regular cluster we will be having compute as well as storage, but in compute cluster we only would have compute. A regular cluster contains storage, compute and other services such as metadata and security co-located in single cluster. So click on continue. uh, we will provide here our host names to which we want to add into the cluster, and as we have here only one host, so 192.168.80.133, and we'll click on this search icon. It will found out our host name here, right? TG07, and host was successfully scanned. We will select this one and click continue. And here we would have two options for select repository. Either we can use public Cloudera repository, or we can also use custom repository. Here we would be using public Cloudera repository, and CDH and other software installation method we would use parcels. And the latest version it would be using for CDH will be 6.3.2. We have also another version for CDH which is compatible with Cloudera Manager 7.1.1, which is CDH 5.16.2. So Just keeping other software as it is, just click on continue. Now we have to select the JDK. Either we have to manually install it by ourselves. Uh, if we install that manual by ourselves, we can select this option. But here we haven't installed JDK, so we would install Cloudera provided version of OpenJDK. And we can also select this one or install a system provided version of OpenJDK. By proceeding, Cloudera will install the default version of OpenJDK version 8 provided by the operating system. So click continue, and here we would be using root user to complete our installation, and authentication method will be all host except the same password. Here we would provide the password, and again confirm the password. And right now, as we have only two hosts, one host, so we can select here two only. So just continue, and here it will install agent. So yeah, it is installing. Installation in progress, and now it is installing OpenJDK package here. Once OpenJDK 8 has been installed, it will install Cloudera Manager Agent package. As this is in progress, we can see here Cloudera Manager icon on the top left corner, and we have here in top left down, in left down, we have parcels and running commands. As we are running here a command, so it is showing one. Then we have support and user by which we have logged in here. So let's wait it to complete the installation. We can also click on this details option where we can see what is getting installed here, detecting the Cloudera Manager server, and then installing package repository. Then we can see refresh package metadata, install OpenJDK package, which already has been installed there, right? Like this, it has been installed. Then installing Cloudera Manager agent package here, and this is the command it is using, Cloudera Manager agent. And okay, so it is downloading packages where size is 21 MB and installed size will be 92 M. So if we'll scroll it down, you can see those has been succeeded. And if we'll close it, here you can see now installing Cloudera Manager agent package, and it will soon be completed. Now it is installing Cloudera Manager daemons package. Earlier it installed agent package. Now you can see waiting for newly installed agent to heartbeat. Now it will install the parcels, and then distribute and unpack those parcels, and at the end those parcels would be activated. So let's get them downloaded and distribute, unpacked, and activated. It is still in progress here, just 79% downloaded as of now. And by the chance, if it got stuck by any mean, that maybe your network not available, or it stuck anywhere and it is not going forward, so no need to worry. You can just refresh the same page, or you can start again, and you might get another page, but by going here on the parcels, you can again restart this download or any of these process, distribute, unpack, or activated until the last one, the parcel should be activated. So let's see if ours goes smoothly and it get all the. So like you can see now it has been stuck. So let me just refresh it from here. Okay, it's not even coming by refreshing here. So what we will do, we will just remove all these and we'll again start the Cloudera Manager. Here now you can see you will get page here, Cloudera Manager page like this, and you can go directly to parcels, and here you can see the CDH6 is not able to download anything now. Just cancel it and then again download. So now it will again download 1.9 GB of packages, this CDH6 parcel. So let's wait. So till the meantime, you can see all those options you which with which you might have worked with earlier version of Cloudera Manager, where we have clusters, host, diagnostics, audits, charts, and where in the last version we were having option of backup. Here it has been replaced with a replication. Other than that, all the options are the same, only just the location of these uh, moved from here top to left one. So let's just wait for it to complete the download and then distribute, unpacked, and activate. So now you can see downloading is about to complete. And so now you can see downloading has been completed. So now it has started distributing. So now it has been distributed and it is activating now on one of the host we have. And now you can see this has been activated now. Okay, now parcel distribution status has been completed. Downloaded is 100%, distributed, unpacked, and activated. So now let's see this one. Okay, running command. It is installing Cloudera agent. Let's just click on it. Okay, I think this is the old one. We had some issue. Let's just abort it. Okay, now let's just move to the home page for Cloudera Manager. And here you can see now we have nothing, no cluster and no host here. Okay, we are having one host with cluster CDP Cloudera Manager version 7.1.1. Okay, from here we can add roles. Okay, we do not have any roles here, you can see, but it is commissioned and last heartbeat we can see here. Disk usage is 11 GB is used, and memory is 3.2 gigs is in use. So host inspector has been completed. So let's check the show inspector results. So here we can see we have some issues. Okay, here if we'll see transparent use space compaction is enabled and can cause significant performance problems. So we can run these commands on the host. Let me run this on the host. Okay, and the another one, we can run this one also here. Okay, and we can add them to script etc.rc.local as well. So let's just add it on here as well, vi, and from here we can add these to. Okay, we are already having those added here. So let's just check if those are the same. Okay, yeah, those are same, so we can just quit. And what else it is showing, you can see the following failure were observed in checking host names, showing first 1000 failures only. DNS reverse lookup of this on host expected this. So now let's rerun the host inspector and just close it. And so this has been completed. Let's check the results, host inspector results. And now you can see all the validations are green check mark, and all are successful or can be validated. So now let's just close it and close this one as well. Let's just go to cluster, and here we have different options for host, roles, host templates, parcels, reports, utilization reports, and static service pools. And we do not have here a dynamic resource pool, right? In But in our last version, we were having those here. So let's just add some services here now. So as I said earlier, we have different templates, service templates, which is already available. We have for essentials where we have these services will be installed on our cluster. We have data engineering service template where we have HDFS, Yarn, Oozie, HiveView, Zookeeper, and Spark. For data warehouse, we are having instead Spark, we are having Impala with all other services. Then for operational database, we have HBase instead of Impala. And then we have all services as well, and custom service option also to select the services whichever required. So right now we would be going from the simplest one or less one. So we will choose the custom service here, and core services will be core configuration contain setting used by most service. We will use HDFS and only Yarn here. Okay, let's start from this first, and then we'll add more services later. So click continue. Now we have to assign the roles. Data nodes will be on the same node, name node and secondary node, balancer as well. Also the data node, NFS gateway and HTTPFS would not required as of now. And for Cloudera management services, we are not using Activity Monitor or Telemetry Publisher as of now. And for Yarn, we are using Resource Manager, Job History Server, and Node Manager on the same node. Click on Continue. We have to set up database, and this is for Reports Manager. We have created database name as rman, and we have entered here. So let's click on test connection. So we were using username as root, and now it is successful, the testing. So it is written here, if a value in JDBC URL field is provided, it will be used when establishing a connection to the database. This customized connection URL will override database host name, type, and database name. Only some services currently support this, like Hive we have. Then just click on continue, and it will ask for checking the review changes. So now enter required parameter, as we are not using those services which would require parameters. Then we need to review changes, where we have block size 128 MB and data node data directory DFSDN NN SNN for secondary name node or checkpoint node. We are not using TLS, so these are blank here as of now. Mail server will be host name, and alert messages will be root at localhost, and these are all directories used by Cloudera Manager container or container usage output. So let's just continue. So here it will run a set of services for the first time. So these will be having multi. So all the commands has been executed successfully. We have from here we'll see run a set of services for the first time. If we'll expand it, we have 7 steps for execution in sequence. Let's again expand it. We have ensured that expected software release are installed on the host, where we would check for CDH 6. CDH 6.3.2 version on all the host Cloudera Manager agents. Then second step, we have for the current name node, and if that name direct, then it will start the Cloudera management service and deploy client configuration. And next we have start HDFS, where it will start the HDFS service with the roles, data node, secondary name node, and name node. And if we'll minimize this and wait for name node to be begin responding to RPC, so it will start responding to RPCs connections. And here for execute 2 steps in parallel for creating HDFS temp directory and create DFS directory required for yarn. And then we have installing yarn MapReduce framework, and where it will create the root directory for yarn MapReduce, and another one will be upload yarn MapReduce framework jar files. Then it will also conclude sixth step. It will be using start yarn successfully, and it will start all the three nodes, three roles, where resource manager, node manager, and job history server. And at the end, it will just verify all the services which are successfully completed, and verify those services here. And like this, all the steps has been completed successfully, one of one. So let's continue. And the services are installed, configured, and running on our cluster. Let's just finish it. So here we can see the status is not good because of service monitor and host. So you can see here we have installed HDFS and YARN, but there are a lot of warnings or health issues showing here because we are only having 8 gig of RAM. Out of that, only 7 point something is in use. So let me show you that as well. So here you can see I have only 27 gig of disk usage which I have assigned here. Out of that, 22 already used. Physical memory is almost fully utilized and swap is already there. So we are getting those warnings here. So by this, I can say that we at least require a 12 gig to 16 gigs of RAM with 8 core, 8 virtual core CPU and at least 100 GB disk space for root and other HDFS data node or name node directories. So by having those, you can run at least some services on your cluster. By the way, I can give a little tour here. We have two services only and different options here within the cluster and option here. Within hosts, we have all hosts. We can see we can add new host parcels. We can update some host configuration. We can add some or see the roles of all the hosts. We have some host templates and disks overview. Then we have diagnostics. We have events, logs, and server logs option here. On audits, we would be having the information about who is doing what here. So I think I have clicked that, so it is opening now. For charts, we can create we are having chart builder, dashboard, and create a dashboard options here like earlier. Within the replication, we have replication policies, snapshot policies, and peers. We can add and uh, replicate our data from one cluster to another using this replication option. In administration, we have settings, alerts, user and roles management, security, license, language, and external accounts. So, as I would say that all the options are available, same as in the earlier version of Cloudera Manager. So that was all about installation of POC cluster or trial version as with CDP version. So that's all for this video. Thank you. Keep watching, keep sharing, and give your feedback or comments. What